Hey there, and welcome. This is a Field Notes Explainer, where we break down education topics in clear, step-by-step ways. Today we're launching our very first video in the SPED 101, Navigating Special Education series, building on the kinds of topics we cover in our Field Notes newsletter. Whether this is all brand new to you or you're already in the thick of it, my goal is to cut through the confusion and give you real clarity and confidence. So let's just jump right in with the biggest question of all, to get everyone on the same page. What does special education actually mean? What is this system really all about? All right, here we go. What is special education? Let's build our understanding from the ground up. Okay, so here's the first thing you absolutely need to know. Special education is not a place. It's not the classroom down the hall. It's a service. It's specially designed instruction, totally free for parents, that's tailored to meet the unique needs of a child with a disability. It's all about giving them a fair shot to learn and succeed. And this isn't just a nice-to-have thing that schools do. It's a legal right protected by a really important federal law called the Individuals with Disabilities Education Act. You'll hear it called IDEA, or IDEA. Basically, IDEA is the rulebook that guarantees the support for every eligible child. Now, inside that big law IDEA, there's this super important concept called FAPE, or FAPE. It stands for Free, Appropriate, Public Education. I know that's a mouthful, but FAPE is the absolute cornerstone of this whole system. It's the legal promise that students will get the specific help they need. So, now that we know what it is, let's talk about why it exists. What's the real goal here? What's the end game? You might think the main goal is just to give a student some extra help, but it's so much bigger than that. The real purpose is to provide meaningful access. It's about making sure students with disabilities can participate in and actually make progress in the same curriculum as all their peers. And we're not just talking about getting through the school day or passing a test. The vision here is long-term. The whole point is to prepare students for life after school, whatever that looks like for them, whether it's more education, getting a job, or living on their own. Okay, this next part is super important for understanding how this all works. We're going to talk about two different kinds of support. And to make it really clear, I want you to think about them like this: ramps and handrails. So on one side, you have special education. That's the ramp. It's the core teaching, the custom-built instruction designed just for that child. And on the other side, you have related services. Think of these as the handrails. They're all the other supports a child needs to actually use that ramp. Here's a great way to put it. Special education is that custom-built ramp that gives a student access to the curriculum. But what good is a ramp if you can't use it safely, right? That's where the handrails and the lighting come in. Those are the related services. They make the whole thing work. So what do these handrails look like in real life? Well, it could be a ton of different things. We're talking about things like speech therapy, occupational or physical therapy, counseling, or even special transportation to and from school. It's whatever that specific child needs to benefit from their education. Okay, this is a question I know a lot of people have. Who actually qualifies for all this? It's not just for any student who's struggling. There's a very specific process, a two-part test. That's right. The magic number here is 2, and it's really important to get this. Eligibility isn't based on just one thing, like a doctor's note or a bad grade. A student has to meet 2 specific criteria to be found eligible. So here they are. Step 1. The student has to have a disability that's officially recognized under that federal law IDEA. There are 13 categories, and a student must first meet the eligibility criteria laid out in the law. But that's only half the story. Step 2 is the real clincher. That disability has to actually cause a need for special education. In other words, as a result of their disability, the student requires specially designed instruction and related services to make educational progress and to benefit from their education. And this is a really important distinction. The law is super clear here. A child isn't eligible if their difficulties are because they haven't had good instruction in the past, say due to absences, frequent moves, or other reasons, or primarily because English isn't their first language. This makes sure the support goes where it's intended: students with disabilities. Okay, so let's say a child is found eligible. What happens next? A team gets together to create a formal plan. And I really want to stress this. Your role as a parent or guardian is absolutely central to this whole thing. This group is called the IEP team. In Texas, you'll hear it called the ARD or ARD committee, which stands for Admission, Review, and Dismissal. But whatever the name, their job is the same. They're the ones who figure out eligibility, develop the student's plan, and decide where and how the services will be provided. So who's at the table? You've got the experts, right? Teachers, specialists, a school administrator. But the law says there's one person who has to be there, who is just as important as everyone else. And that's you, the parent. You are not just a guest, you are an equal member of the team. And what this team creates is called the Individualized Education Program, or IEP. Think of it as the official blueprint for your child's education. It's a formal written document that spells out everything: eligibility, present levels of academic achievement, and functional performance, the goals, the services, programs, and accommodations. It's the whole plan for making sure your child receives FAPE. And here is the bottom line, the most important power you have. Nothing happens without you. The school can have the best plan in the world, but they cannot start a single service until they have your written permission. Your consent is the green light. It is the final crucial step. So when you boil it all down, special education isn't a place. It's a partnership. It's a collaborative system designed to open doors and create opportunity. And as a parent, you are not just along for the ride. You are one of the key architects. The IEP is the blueprint, which leaves one final question for you to answer. How will you help build your child's future? Okay, that's a wrap for today. But if you want to dive deeper into special education, education policy, and parenting essentials, check out our Field Notes newsletter. We've already taken a closer look at FAPE, Child Find, and more, and we'll keep expanding on the details we shared in this video. Whether you're a parent, teacher, service provider, or just curious, Field Notes is here to keep you informed and empowered. And if you need more hands-on support, here's what we offer: special education and Section 504 non-attorney advocacy, parent and family support services, ESA consulting for schools, vendors, service providers, and families, and of course, our free resource, the Field Notes newsletter. Learn more at accessible-educationtx.com and follow us on Facebook, Instagram, or YouTube. Stick with us, and we'll help you navigate special education with confidence and clarity every step of the way. Just a quick note: the Field Notes newsletter and explainer videos are a free resource for informational purposes only. Accessible Education provides parent support, non-attorney advocacy, and consultation for families, professionals, and educational organizations. We don't provide legal advice, mental health services, or diagnostic testing. Parents can also book a free 30-minute consultation anytime on our website.